All right, so this is our right corner of our property. You see there is the actual metal pin. So if you come off this about 5 feet, that's where our driveway will be. You drive down through here. Basically, you see this part here. Well, actually, all the way down through here, this is going to be cleared off for the septic tank. You'll see some orange stripes. I got lines going through. So on this side of the property, from right here, will be all that is the closest is cleared back, and it actually looks a little closer than what this camera is showing. But continuing forward as if we're driving down our driveway, right here, right around here is where the septic tank would end. So you can sort of see going from there to there, then it'll go from about where I'm standing, about 100 feet back. You actually come this way a little further. But this stake isn't the stake of the front core of our house, because I made it a perfect rectangle. So you actually would go in about 18 feet this way to pull into our garage over here. So you see that stake way down there, we're going to walk to it. That will be the front left corner, if you're facing the house, of the garage. So you would drive into here, and about right here would be pulling into the garage, and what I got marked right there would be presumably right around our front door. So if you look here to the road, like I said, the camera's making it look way further than it actually is. It would be cleared, well, you can't really see it probably from the camera, but it's cleared pretty far. But directly to the house, that's about, I believe, around 90 feet from the front door to the actual road, not where the ditch is, but the actual road. And this is what a car will sound like. Okay, so we'll walk to the front corner of the garage. The creek, or creek bed, is approximately about 105 feet this way, 9 degrees off the side of the house. So if we look, you probably can't see it, but the wall is going to run straight like this. So we're going to walk down the side of our house. Remember, to your left you have about 100 feet of land, if the property is past that creek bed, which I think it is. So right here is the back corner of the house, and way over there is the other corner. And these stakes are probably a good 5 to 8 feet off one way or the other, but they're pretty approximate. So if we line up, this is most likely where your back door would be, looking back, and we have 120 feet straight back. So just picture all this somewhat cleared, keeping some of the hardwoods that are back here, which isn't a lot, maybe. All right, again, picture this being somewhat cleared off. There's not a lot of hardwoods back here, and there's actually some pretty large pines we probably won't cut down, but I'm not sure. We're just cleared off. All right, we'll go back to the back corner of the house. And basically you can see the other side of the property is right there. That's approximately 30 feet. So you have 30 feet from that property line to here. Just to give you, so you can see way over there, the other side of the house. The front, let's see, is way down there. And we'll walk, show you from the property line itself. It's a pretty good distance. So if you picture right here, carport with the RV and the truck, plenty of room. Lots of huge pines would have to be removed though. So right here, basically our property line. You see the flags and the flags, and that would be a step over here, and you see maybe right there the corner of the house. So getting back to where the back door would be, which is approximately right here. I'll show you how far back the property goes this way. And it's 120 feet from the back door to the back property line. So to give you an idea of that, it's, I believe, about 3 of our current backyards. Or maybe 2.5. And we're approaching the back lot line. But it's lots of room back here. So here's our back lot line. See the orange flags heading straight down this way, and turn, orange flags heading straight down that way. And then you can't see because of the bushes where the house would be, but 120 feet that way. So we walk to the back of the property line. Lots of room, lots of room. Of course, remember this area right here is approximately 30 feet all the way to the where the ditch cuts across the land angle, at an angle. Up here is pretty much going to be whatever you want to do with it. So you got 30 feet to probably almost 200 feet. And this looks like it is showing basically our property is going to end in the little creek bed. Oh, there's the pin right there. I'm glad I found the back pin, so it's right there. Which is weird why they got flags going straight back further. See them? That's weird. So I'm still at the pin, and I'm basically going to be walking straight this way. Like I said, the property line basically goes down this creek bed. and there's little itsy bitsy waterfalls everywhere. I wonder how muddy it is to get down there. Now this doesn't stink too bad, but it's water rain and no signs of any animals at all. This is wasn't like this the other day. Clear these leaves off, all this would probably drain way quicker. But it does provide, as you see, a huge barrier to the other property. I like to call it a moat. Put some alligators in there. All right. So heading down, and I'm not sure where the property line is over here. There are some hardwoods through here I really like, which we have to keep trees around the creek anyway, but there's some neat hardwoods through here. Now it does look like something maybe have made a home out of that little hole there. I'm going to step a little away from the creek to... Oh, I got briars on me. There's a tree right here. See the drainage right there. Now, we do own this front section here, but I'm not sure where the property line is, but we will own it. If you look, it runs almost straight, so I'm guessing that's the front corner. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the front core of the property, and it probably runs straight along this creek bed somewhere. Well, that's a funky looking tree there. Look at that. Little waterfall. And then, of course, the house is about 105 feet this way. And this right here, I don't know if you can see it, but right around where my finger's pointed, you might be able to see a stake. That will be the front corner of that garage. All this, basically right around here, will be cleared off because that will be the front yard and where the septic tank drainage field will be. You can see maybe that orange I got in the ground, that will be the far corner of it, which is more than 35 feet from the, or 30 feet from the drainage ditch, hopefully. I measured it. You see as it gets up here, the gets a little smaller. The creek, that is. Look, that bottle is so old. There is moss growing in it. Look at that. That is crazy. It's like its own little ecosystem in the glass. Really old Budweiser can there. Said we own to, you follow my finger all the way to about right there, and it cuts down. There's actually goes over there pretty far. We'll cross at this section here. Now this side seems to hold water, which on the other side it doesn't. So you won't be able to ever do with anything with this part. It just, and I don't see any of the flags. Which, this holds water real bad and causes problems. You could probably build a drainage straight into the big ditch. But it's approximately right around here is where the property line ends. And then it goes right there is where the creek bed. So I think it cuts across here to here. So this little section's somewhat useless land, but a good buffer for the property beside us. Again, zero signs of animals out here. Well, oh, okay. What's this? That might fell out of someone's pocket when they did it, but I thought there was going to be a pin there. But that's pretty close. It might have been on a limb here at one time to where our property should go that way. And you see, this is all slowly draining in here. That's why I said you could probably increase its drainage capacity straight into this. And this property hasn't had anything on it, as far as I know from looking at the record, for longer than I've been alive, about 50 years. It's all been undeveloped land. So I'm not sure if anything older than that there was. Some neat little rocks there. Again, like, this could drain better, and it probably saw this wet problem right here. But on the other side, the property's basically dry, or not dry, but for it had pouring rain for the last couple days, it's not that bad at all. Step over, you'll see a big difference. I haven't really encountered any standing water. If you look right here, yeah, I mean that's our yard. There'd be an inch of water right there. Right here, that's going to be the other end of the septic tank field. So all this basically would be clear. That's how much room you'd have, you know, to the front of the road here, of all natural. Yeah, you can sort of see it tracking this way back. This is all be the front yard, and you can see front corner of the garage, front corner of the house, and that's 50 feet. So that may be 5 feet off, so it might be 5 feet more that way, like I said. But that's approximate enough for them to figure out the septic tank, and then come off about 15 feet. We start our septic tank field to here, straight back till we get near the creek and sort of see some lines I made. And getting back on our driveway, which would be past the septic tank line, of course, right here. And you see the property lines approximately 30 feet that way. So the driveway basically would be right here at an angle. Actually would be more of an obtuse angle. That I should move that in a little further. Angle here. The front of the driveway would probably be right around where the truck is. So we'd be pulling out of the driveway. And actually, as you can see, it's not that bad to pull out of here taking a right, which we only take rights, but you can see pretty good. So that's another positive thing. Driveway's right here. You can see down the road really well. In the meantime, I think I figured out I might be able to clear this little section out where I can pull my truck in, so I'm not on the side of the road if I gotta do anything out here, because those are small little trees. The angle right here isn't too bad. If I came in at an angle, I'd be all right. Old Buick hubcap there. But you definitely don't want to be at the end of this road because it gets a little crazy, believe it or not. So again, if you look, our property is slightly to the right. As I pull out here, right here is about where the trash is. That's where the drainage ditch starts. And then all the way, it's actually further than I thought that when we were out there, but it's much further. About right here, somewhere where that pin is. So yeah, right there it is, right here. So that's much more land than I thought it was when I'm walking off. So there's a large section of the property that's going to be a barrier to this really crappy dump that I'm passing right here. Approaching the main road. Oh, the heat is on and I am sweating. We'll just show you how far we are from downtown Chapin. Mr. J's gas station's right there. Never been inside Mr. J's. Take a right. Now entering the town of Chapin, right there. That's how close we are, right there. Now we're in the town limits, Chapin. To your left, you have, of course, the boat dealership, the pontoons. Bought an outboard motor from them. Super nice people. DOS Marine. If I ever buy a pontoon or a smaller boat, I will definitely buy from them. I really like those people. I bought like a $600 engine, and they treated me like I was buying a $50,000 boat, so that was impressive. And it's actually one of the best running outboards I've owned. I sold all my other outboards except for that one. And then here's one of the best parts. A Hardee's right here. Bam. Also, if you go down this road, you can actually get to the property that goes towards the dump also, so it's really close to the dump. close to the Hardee's, which they just refurbished. Advance Auto is right there. Dollar General, again, is right here to the left. Walgreens, except for I don't ever go there. So we are now basically in the town square, even though we don't have a town square, but this is the center of Chapin. They redid the car wash. I'm very excited about that also. Worst post office in America right there, and Publix, and Marco's Pizza. So we're very close to Marco's Pizza, so my dad will hopefully not have to wait an hour to get his pizza next time, or his beer. So that's basically showing you where the property is and where we were. Yeah, until next time, thank you for watching Brad's Land Adventures.